To me, the Neroche scheme is all about the landscape, and it's such a fantastic landscape that people don't necessarily know what's there. It's quite a hidden landscape. The hairpaths are key to getting people out and about because it links so many of the other parts of the project together, and it really helps us tell the story of what we've been doing, the history and all those kind of things. Hairpaths were ancient trackways between settlements, and they were quite important trade and communication routes. There were two that passed through the Neroche area, and the modern day interpretation of the word hairpath is people's path, which is why the name was adopted for the trails for the Neroche scheme. Through the scheme, we've been able to resurface lots of bridleways in the area that were previously impassable, and I think that's why local riders are so attracted to it and use it so much, because they can ride it pretty much all year round. But there's still a few places where it's a bit muddy, but on the whole, compared to the conditions before we started the scheme, it's a massive improvement. The circular route's a 13.5 mile trail centred around Staple Fitzpaine, which passes the highest point on the Black Downs and pretty much goes down to sea level at places. Passes through Forestry Commission woodlands, through moorland, through open heath, and it's really a fantastic trail that just gets people out into this area that they might not necessarily visit normally. It's just such a great resource on the doorstep of Taunton and Wellington for people to come out, walk for a day, walk for half an hour, ride for as long as they want, and just get people out of their living rooms into the landscape.
There goes Richard!
Oh no, stupid thing. Today we're trialling the digital trail guide, so we're asking people to come in and have a go with it, see what they think, and then hopefully we'll get some feedback and improve it so that it makes it more user friendly. These sort of things have been used a lot in galleries, and they've got an established way of showing them and give them out to people. And this is part of the experiment, is to see how we can get them across to people and improve their experience of the countryside.
So do you follow it?
No.
No.
What do all these other buttons do?
Don't touch them.
Like deer.
We try to make it as simple as possible, so there's just like big buttons with pictures on it.
Oh, that's good. Deer parks, and that'll suit you.
So that people pick it up, then there's a series of icons on there and they can just go down through the different menus. It's supposed to be as simple as it can be.
Can't you get this bit about deer? Oh, no, I didn't even see the pictures. Oh, it's gone. Oh, that'll keep me entertained all day.
Well, one thing you can do is you can sit in the pub and you can look at it and find out information. You can find out information about the history of the area. You can find out information about the flora and the fauna.
Oh, yes, yes.
You can also use it as you go out, and it has a GPS map on it, so you can find out where you are.
I can't even see mine again. Oh.
Somehow, does any of this give me... It's a bit further down, but not as far down as the house. It's not much further.
We have crossed the street.
We have, yeah.
So we got an accuracy on the GPS.
We'll have a word with NASA, I think.
I think that's one interesting thing about it, which would change the way people move around the landscape. Instead of just following a linear path, now you can actually see where you are, and you can also see what's on the other side of a series of bushes, so you could actually jump through there into a glade, whereas normally you would just follow the path.
So what do I write?
What you thought was the best thing about using that, rather than just going for a walk without it.
There's always going to be a lot of questions because it's new technology. as to how to use it and what should go on, because you've almost got unlimited amount of capacity for material. But in terms of like the first stage, I think we're close to finishing it. I'd personally like to see it develop, and rather than just using it as like a data thing, but make it more of an artistic project.
Did you immediately work out how to get back off the screen?
With the back button?
No, did you find it quickly? Because I think it's in a silly place.
Yeah, but I didn't like it. I couldn't get it to work a lot.
Okay. Okay, back button. I think it's in a silly place and it's not clear.
Yeah,
I would have looked for it at the bottom.
Definitely.
Bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right.
It's sort of showing you some technology but not taking you as far as I would want. But I don't know if this is possible with a PDA where you hear a bird song, this is what I put down here, you hear a bird song and I'd want to know what that bird was, and if a PDA can record it and then somehow tell you what that bird was. Yeah, I mean you can hear.
Just tried to make a functional working device which we thought had artistic comment, but then I think in the light of today's kind of feedback, I think it needs more. It needs to be more visionary. It needs to, I think these things are going to be everywhere, and it's like, how do we make this special? How do we make this like a much more enjoyable experience? And I think the way we do that is by putting more of our own personalities and our own vision of the countryside and art into the project.
A key objective of the Neroche scheme is to get as many people out and about in the landscape as possible. So, as well as developing the Herepath trails, we've worked on an all-ability access trail suitable for wheelchair users. And through another initiative, we've been running a series of health walks to enable people that wouldn't normally get the opportunity to get out and about and explore the area.
I do one walk every week with different groups. This group that I work with from 6 Acres are more able-bodied, so they're able to go off the beaten track a little more, and rather than doing walks in the town, which is normally what they would do, staying on footpaths and things like that, I like to take them out in the heart of the forests in this area. A, because they don't get an opportunity to go up there very often, and B, a lot of the people that work with them in their centres don't know where to go. They get an opportunity to see things that they wouldn't normally see, and smell things they don't normally smell, hear the wildlife. It's good exercise as well. The idea isn't just a sensory thing, it's to keep them fit, and a lot of them that walk regularly have lost significant weight because of it.
Stunning, isn't it?
It is a lovely view.
Absolutely stunning.
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Just talking to them and having a conversation with them while you're out on a walk and pointing things out to them. They engage with it, they enjoy it. I think it does them good, it challenges them.
Oh, there you go. Hold on to that. Well done. Good man, well done.
These guys can sometimes be wrapped in cotton wool a little bit too much, and it's much easier to say, oh no, we can't do that, it's not possible. Whereas I say, you know, let's give them a chance to have a go at least. And if they do it, great. It's something positive that they've achieved for themselves. If the Neroche scheme hadn't got involved, those guys wouldn't have had that walk this morning. It's just allowing people to know that these places are there.